Since the dawn of time, humans have chased that single impossible dream: immortality. From alchemists and emperors to today's billionaires and biotech labs, our obsession with living forever certainly isn't dying. But what if I told you that nature has already figured out the secret? What if true immortality isn't locked away in the future, but swimming silently in the ocean? There are animals on this planet that simply do not die, at least not like we do. Not from old age, not from disease. They are, quite literally, eternal. Ancient creatures that outlive empires, sharks older than Shakespeare, and jellyfish that can literally reset their life cycles. They are living time machines, rewriting the rules of one of the most poorly understood biological phenomena in science: senescence or aging. In this video, we're going to explore these incredible animals living not just for centuries, but forever. What secrets do they hold? How have they tricked death itself? And could their strange, powerful biology hold the key to extending our own lives? We're going to start small and build up to immortality. Our journey begins on a tiny island directly to the west of Ecuador in the Galapagos. One, Galapagos giant tortoises, the power of biological armor. The Galapagos giant tortoises, with lifespans often exceeding 150 years, are a compelling starting point in our quest for eternal beings. Their ability to age as slowly as they move is truly remarkable. For a long time, science attributed this longevity to them being ectotherms, cold-blooded. The high metabolism of endotherms like us produces hazardous byproducts, specifically reactive oxygen species, ROS, while generating ATP, causing DNA damage and contributing to aging. Tortoises, on the contrary, fuel their metabolism slowly with heat from sunlight, resulting in less ROS production, which means less oxidative stress and a longer lifespan. However, a comprehensive international study in 2022 examining aging in reptiles and amphibians revealed something the science community wasn't expecting. The research showed that the physical protective traits of species like tortoises, namely their hard shells, contribute to slower or even negligible biological aging. While they still experience the passage of time, they are simply less affected by it than others. Lonesome George and genetic secrets. The passing of the famous last member of his species, Lonesome George, in 2012 gave new life to research. Researchers at Yale and the University of Oviedo analyzed the DNA of George and other giant tortoises. They found that their DNA possessed a number of gene variants, not found in shorter-lived vertebrates, linked to DNA repair, immune response, and cancer suppression. A study by the University at Buffalo further showed that these tortoises possess extra copies, duplications, of certain genes. Lab tests demonstrated that tortoise cells are exceptionally sensitive to stress-related, damaged proteins, leading them to self-destruct more readily through apoptosis, cell suicide. This proactive cellular elimination helps prevent tumor formation, offering vital insights into the tortoises' resilience against age-related diseases and their extended lifespans. 2. The Greenland shark, Earth's longest-lived vertebrate. Moving away from the exotic climes of the Eastern Pacific, we advance to a vastly different corner of the world. Deep beneath the frozen Arctic, where sunlight never reaches, something ancient stirs. The Greenland shark is, as far as we know, the longest living vertebrate on Earth. It drifts through the deep for hundreds of years, at least 250 and potentially up to 500 years. Reaching lengths of up to 7 meters, this enormous marine creature largely eluded scientific study for decades. The age of other sharks is often estimated by counting growth bands on spines or vertebrae, but Greenland sharks lack the hard tissues necessary for this. Their longevity was only inferred from their incredibly slow growth rate, less than 1 years text e $1 per year. The secret of the eye lens and carbon dating. In 2016, a discovery changed the trajectory of biology. Researchers led by Julius Nielsen at the University of Copenhagen utilized an almost eerie methodology to determine the shark's age. Inside the shark's eye lens are proteins formed before birth that do not degrade with age, like a fossil preserved in amber. Scientists discovered they could determine the age by carbon dating these proteins. Nielsen and his team found that the largest shark they studied, a 5-meter female, was estimated to be between 272 and 512 years old. Even at the lower end of the estimate, a 272-year lifespan makes the Greenland shark the longest-lived vertebrate. Cold water and stable metabolism. The key to their long life, like the tortoises, is an extremely slow metabolism. The Greenland shark is the only shark that can withstand the cold waters of the Arctic Ocean year-round, diving as deep as 2,200 meters. As an ectotherm, the cold water drastically slows its metabolism. This explains its sluggish movement, top speed under 2.9 vortex kilometers per hour, and slow aging. This metabolic theory was backed up by 2024 research showing that the enzyme activity in the muscle tissue of sharks aged 60 to 200 years old exhibited no change over time. This stable metabolism suggests they don't degenerate like other animals do, which is likely the reason for their exceptional longevity. Three, the ocean's ancient architects, black coral and glass sponges. Deep beneath our oceans, where time seems to stand still, the intensity of life's longevity truly ramps up. Next up is a marine organism that's 4,265 years old. Black coral, the 4,000-year skeleton. A colony of deep-water black coral, Leiopathus anosa, dated at over 4,200 years old, holds the accolade of being the oldest living skeletal-accreting marine organism known to science. Found off the coast of Hawaii at depths of 300 to 480 meters, the secret to this coral's longevity lies in its extremely slow growth. Its skeletons grow by only about $4 4 micrometers per year, roughly the diameter of a human blood cell. While the coral polyps themselves are only a few years old and are continually replaced, the supporting skeleton builds up over millennia. Black corals thrive in deep, dark waters, where they filter feed and do not rely on symbiotic algae. This deep-sea adaptation contributes to their longevity by minimizing exposure to surface-related stressors, like temperature fluctuations. Minimizing stress might just be the ultimate formula for a long and happy life. Antarctic glass, sponge witness to the Ice Age. 4,000 years is impressive, but a sponge has lived through that and then some. This creature was around during the last Ice Age, nearly 15,000 years ago. The Antarctic glass sponge, Anoxycalyx jubini, which can reach 1.5 meters in diameter and 2 meters in height, is estimated to live for 15,000 years based on modeling its slow rates of oxygen consumption. Sponges are multicellular animals, porifera, sitting near the base of the evolutionary tree, lacking conventional nerves or muscles. Their tissues contain glass-like structural particles called spicules, made of silica. This simple body plan, lack of movement, and extremely low metabolic rate minimize cellular deterioration, paving the way for incredible longevity. Its most famous relative, the Venus flower basket, builds a skeleton that entraps a male and female shrimp pair for life, a relationship that is simultaneously cool and a little creepy. Patro, Turritopsis dorni, the immortal jellyfish. After all these ancient creatures, there is one last organism that has truly found the secret to cheating death. What most of us picture as a jellyfish, that ghostly, transparent, stinging creature, is actually just the final stage of its life cycle. Or it should be. But not all jellyfish play by the rules. Meet the immortal jellyfish, Turritopsis doherni. Barely $3 across, smaller than your fingernail, this tiny creature holds an astonishing ability. When stressed, injured, or starving, it can roll back its biological clock and start life over again. When T. doherni reaches the Medusa stage and faces danger, instead of dying, it collapses into a blob-like cyst on the seafloor. Within 24-36 hours, this blob transforms into a polyp, its previous life stage. This rare trick is called transdifferentiation. Its cells reprogram themselves completely, turning one cell type, e.g. muscle, into another, e.g. nerve, allowing it to regenerate into a completely new body plan. It is the biological equivalent of a butterfly turning back into a caterpillar instead of dying, only to re-emerge as a butterfly again. In perfect conditions, this cycle can repeat indefinitely, meaning it never dies of old age. Japanese scientist Shin Kubota has been meticulously studying these jellyfish since the 1990s. After 2 years of patient observation, he was able to confirm that captive colonies rejuvenated themselves up to 10 times, sometimes at intervals of just 1 month. Conclusion: the lessons of eternity. From the proactive cellular defense of long-lived tortoises to the cellular magic of the immortal jellyfish, nature shows us that immortality is not a destination, but a process. So, what are their secrets, and how can we use them? Metabolic control. Understanding the role of a slow, stable metabolism in minimizing cellular damage. Cellular defense. Studying the tortoise's advanced DNA repair and cancer suppression genes to boost our own resilience against aging and disease. Our reprogramming, transdifferentiation. Learning how the immortal jellyfish changes cell identities offers the ultimate hope for repairing or replacing damaged human tissue. Unfortunately, humans are a long way from going full Benjamin Button. But the hope lies in studying how these jellyfish cells transform and how those changed cells integrate back into the organism. After learning all this incredible biology, I have to ask you, would you want to live forever? Or how would you feel about switching back and forth from adult to child like a jellyfish? Let me know in the comments which animal impressed you the most, or if you feel I missed any other eternal creature. I look forward to seeing you on our next adventure. Take care.